This is sort of an instructional video designed for my nephew Zach, but for anyone really, who wants to learn how to play Apple Girl, which is a song I wrote back in 1997, 21 years ago. Crazy stuff. So I'm going to play along with it here first, and then I'll show you how to play it, if I can talk.
Tell Orange Man it's time for him to leave. We cannot trust him, has something up his sleeve. The Django Mango ladies started to suspect when all the grapes were whining, wanting to defect. We need someone we can trust. Find Apple Girl we must. So we cried, will Apple Girl appear? For nothing does she fear. Will Apple Girl appear? Well, Orange Man, he had a bit to edge. Threatened to push our mango from the lady ledge. The plum police was sleeping in the cars, and the peach patrol were juicing up in bars. We have someone who can fight. She just arrived deep into the night. So we cried, the Apple Girl is here. There's nothing left to fear. The Apple Girl is here. The Apple Girl lives inside her Spanish world, dances all day and all night, fit and feisty for a fight. So Apple Girl, she hit the orange quick. She pinned him down, tied him to a stick. Save Mango Lady from a fatal fall. Now the grapes will stay, wind and vine and all. We have someone with the peel. The Apple Girl is real. So we cried, the Apple Girl is here. The Apple Girl is here. The Apple Girl is here. The Apple Girl is here.
Okay, that was rough. I messed up here and there, but that's okay because you get the idea of how the guitar part should fit into the song mostly. Now I'll break it down. First of all is the tuning. It's a really weird tuning. It's basically an open G, which is where the first two strings and the last string are tuned down by a whole step, by 2 frets. But then you take that, what's left, and take it down a further 2 steps. So what you end up with is C, then F, then C, which is an octave from the first string. They're an octave apart. Then I think F, yep, another F. So you have an octave here, then an octave here, and then I think you have G, and then C again. And if you want to tune it just on the guitar, once you get like a good A sounding out, or what would be an A, but now it's an F, you basically chime the first 2 at 5 and 7. They should be in unison. Then the next 2 at 7 and 12. Then the middle 2 strings at 5 and 7. Then, of course, there's no chime for this one for the next two strings. So basically hold the 4th fret and tune the next string to it. And then to get this last string, just chime on 7 here on the F and tune that to it, the high F. And that should get you in the ballpark. If you want to use a tuner past that, like a little, guitar-based tuner, feel free. So the way the song starts is with a verse. It's actually just an empty verse intro. And the way I do this is I just put my finger across the neck on the 7th fret with my index finger, and I touch the low string with the tip of my finger just to deaden it, because I don't want that note to sound with, even though I guess it sounds good. I guess you could just, but it doesn't sound as good there. It changes the key. No, so I guess I just have the habit of deadening it on all of them. So what I'm doing there is the strumming pattern is 2 open and then 3 muted. So it's da 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 da. 7th fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret, then let it ring on the last one. And then just a real quick pick up to come back up. And then I like doing that. I like sliding into the chord because it just sounds good to me. Da 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 da. That's how I get back up. Okay, so once we've done with the verse, other instruments come in as it keeps going to keep it interesting. So the melody adds interest when the vocals come in. Then some tip, 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 tip on the hi-hat and the drums, and then some more interesting things to keep your brain going. And then we switch to the pre-chorus, which echoes this open F, right down here. It's the same chord, but just a different feel to it, a different phrasing, and it sets up for the rest of the pre-chorus, because I'm going to slide down, which my ear loves when chords slide up and down. I also slide up to it. I guess I don't slide down, I slide up. You could do both. I guess I don't slide down to it, do I? But it's the same shape, so maybe that's why I chose it. I guess you could go, but you'd miss out on the slide up. So that's 7-5 or 5-7 5-7, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, right there. And the last 2 open. Then we just take this and move it down 3 frets. And then we have this interesting one, which is open 2, open 2, 3, and then open. Then we have this chord, which is 2, open, 2, open, 1, open. Really pretty chord. And then I slide this up. Like that. And then I just repeat the whole thing. And of course there's a very specific strumming pattern that just developed as I figured out the song. 1, 2, ta 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 1. So the same pattern as the original verse. Da 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 da. So we don't do any muting there. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So no muting on those last 3 chords. Maybe a slight muting after that one. now we go to like the sort of intro to the chorus after the pre-chorus. And this is a really fun one once you get it down. It's basically a bunch of hammer-ons. And you start with the open F, hammer-ons and pull-offs. So it's like an A minor 7th arrangement there. Open, 2, open, 1, open. Slide that up by 2. Then you have open, 5, open, 5, open. Then raise it up 2 frets. I'll do it again really slowly. And then we have this really interesting chord, which is a bear to play if you haven't played it before. So what we're doing is we're fretting on the 3rd fret here. We're fretting the first 3 strings with the index finger. Then we jump to fret 5 with the ring finger. Then the pinky on the 6th fret. And then we let the last string remain open. And then we go these 3 fingers on the 2nd fret here, on the first 3 string. Then the index finger goes on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Then open. Okay, this is where we do some chiming. Do that hammer on and pull off again. So we're chiming the whole neck on 7 and 12. So the 1st and 2nd order harmonic, I think, maybe. But we do it 2nd and 1st. And this again. Then we let the F ring. Now we start doing our really fun slides. And we start doing hammer-ons and pull-offs with the verse. And they're ringing longer. I'm not doing anymore. It's now. And then there's just a briefest pause before the next chord. That one's different. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a pull off. I guess I strummed down and then I strummed back up on the last hammer on. And then open, then hammer on, pull off. And then we do chimes again. And if I don't play it exactly the way I'm describing it, it's because I've never actually analyzed the way that I play it before, so I'm sort of figuring this out as I go along. Now we're back to the pre-chorus. Now we have the bridge, which is where all the crazy party stuff happens. This one is open C, then we fret the next string on 2, then 4, then 5, then 3. It's like a 7th, 7th chord. with some extra flavor to it. Music theorists can tell me what it is. And we let the last note ring in unison with the second string next to it. So the way I strum this is I do like a full sweep, and then I start doing like almost like a flamenco offbeat kind of a thing. And then I change it to this chord, which is open, open, 5, 4, 3, open. But I'm not. Yeah, don't strum the 6th string on that one. So it's from 5 down. And I think you do that through twice maybe, and then we're right back to. See, I sort of mute it real quick with this hand right there, because I like moments of silence in songs. I think it punctuates the parts that are playing more, rather than just going. See, it doesn't sound as good. It's like it adds more like right in there, just like this moment of silence with percussion on the guitar. We have someone with appeal. I wrote this song for my daughters. They were like 5 and 7 at the time, maybe 4 and 6. God, that is so fun to play. Times, but that's basically how you play Apple Girl, how you tune the guitar, how you like when to do things and so forth. So hopefully that helps, and I'm going to include me playing it again now so that you can see what it sounds like all put together.
Tell Orange Man it's time for him to leave. We cannot trust him, has something up his sleeve. The Django Mango ladies started to suspect when all the grapes were whining, wanting to defect. We need someone we can trust. Find Apple Girl we must. So we cried, will Apple Girl appear? For nothing does she fear. Will Apple Girl appear? Well, Orange Man, he had a bit to edge, threatened to push our mango from the lady ledge. The plum police were sleeping in the cars, and the peach patrol were juicing up in bars. We have someone who can fight. She just arrived deep into the night. So we cried, the Apple Girl is here. There's nothing left to fear. The Apple Girl is here. The Apple Girl lives inside her Spanish world, dances all day and all night, bitten Apple girl is